welcome again to #Career Goals, where we help you discover the right career for you. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 7 skills that you should have if you want to become an event planner. And I'm also going to mention a few things that you can start doing right now to develop those skills. So just a quick thing before we start, hit the bell and subscribe to be notified every time that I upload a video about possible careers that might interest you. So the first tip is to be organized. Event managers and event planners are all about staying organized to be able to recreate those details and moments that you have been planning and envisioning. And in order to stay organized, you should be able to do these. You should be able to plan well the details and the timeline of the whole event. Also communicate and delegate the details that you planned for the whole event to your team. Of course, have attention to detail. You have to make sure that during the planning and the executing of the event, the actual day of the event, you have everything prepared and you know every single detail, and make sure that you go through those details as well. Also, you want to make sure that you have the proper tools and the resources for the day of the event and also during the planning. So how can you develop these skills if you're not working as an event planner yet, or if you're not an event planner yet? Well, first you can start doing this on your personal life. You can do this when you study, when you prepare for a presentation, when you're working with your colleagues. You can make sure that you delegate things in a proper way, that you're actually using the resources and the tools that you are supposed to use to make yourself more efficient. And just in general, you can just start making it a daily thing, like making it part of your life. You can start enjoying it, and then at some point it will become a natural thing for you. So my second tip is to be flexible. So basically, we have to be flexible in every aspect of our lives. But when you're an event planner, it's like even more important. You should have the skill. Why? Because probably the day of the event, things are not going to go as you planned. Like, for example, maybe a supplier can be canceling or something just didn't arrive on time. So you have to be prepared to go to plan B or even C or D, or just come up with a new plan on the go. So the fact that you're flexible helps you not stress so much about what you're supposed to do that day. So how to develop this skill? How can you be more flexible on a daily basis? Basically, many things in your life are not going to go as you planned them, and that's okay. Just be prepared to assess and to recognize what are the things that you didn't do so well, or the things that you can actually make better or do better. And that's it. And just prepare to have a new plan, a plan B. And if during the plan B, little things or little steps didn't go as exactly as you planned them, just be prepared as well to make changes, to make small adjustments. It's okay. Don't stress yourself. Everyone is also figuring out as they go. So the third tip is to learn how to have backup plans and actually to be resourceful. And if things didn't go as you planned them, you also have to know how to make a new plan, how to make it happen as you go, right? So how can you learn to have ideas, new ideas, and just be resourceful? First of all, I would say just watch others and see how they do things. What is their process to come up with new plans? What is their process to just assess everything when things are not going as you planned them? So whenever you see someone actually having the process of creating a plan B, just make sure that you watch what they do. Maybe first they write things down, maybe they just start asking questions, maybe what their process is asking others what they would do, and then come up with a unique plan of their own. Just watch other people and take mental notes of their behavior and their step by step. So how can you develop this skill? How is it possible that I can be more resourceful in my life, in my personal life? Well, it's not so difficult as you think. Every single day you're watching someone do things, and then basically you are mimicking whatever they're doing, so you can also do the same, right? Just make sure that you're open to learn and you're open to getting new ideas from others and ways of doing things. That's the best thing that you can do. Just watch and imitate even the things that they're doing until you can come up with your own unique way of doing stuff. So the fourth skill that you are supposed to be developing right now, and everyone is asking for it, even though you're gonna be a junior whenever you start working, right, is leadership skills. So eventually you will need to lead a team, and that's for sure. How can you do this? What do you need? Well, leadership skills is not really one skill itself. Like, to become a great leader, you should be able to have a set of skills and to be able to just put them to practice every single time that you're working with a team. In my opinion, and from what I've read and the research that I've done, you should be able to be patient, also kind and empathetic, reliable. You should be able to be there for your team and just enable them to do whatever it is that you want them to do. But also communicating well the expectations that you have, because if you are delegating stuff and people don't know exactly how you expect them to deliver, it's very hard for your team. So whenever you can actually communicate your expectations, it's a job that's done better. Be open to mentor people and also to train them. If you're going to have a team and you're going to have expectations on how they deliver and you want to delegate, you should be able also to train them and to mentor them so they actually meet those expectations, right? So be prepared to create trainings, to talk to them, to just take the time to make them the employee or the team that you want to have. So how can we develop these skills? How can I be a leader in my daily life, in my personal life? Even though you don't recognize the small moments or the daily moments where you're a leader, there are some moments. There are some projects, some small things. Even like if you have a partner or your family with friends with at work, if you are studying at university or in school, whatever it is that you do, you always are leading in some moments. Maybe you are making sure that the whole team is getting together to prepare presentation for work or for your studies, or maybe you're just getting your partner to do laundry with you and you want to teach them how to do it because they never done it before. All these small moments, you can make sure that you're patient, that you are there for people, that you're empathetic, that you are a kind person, that you are communicating how you expect them to deliver. If this is a project that is going to be for both of you, or that is actually something that where you have expectations, and you'll see that at some point you will be a great leader because it's already embedded in your personal life as well. Just wanted to take a few seconds to remind you to please comment below and just let me know what you liked in this video, if there's something that you want to see next in another video, or something that you really liked about those skills that we mentioned today and you want me to do a second video about it. So the next skill is networking. I know this is daunting, but actually this is something that you have to do every time when you are in a career. But when you're an event planner, you never know who's going to be your client or a next supplier or someone that is going to recommend you. So it is very important that you learn how to network. So basically, always be ready to do this. Always be ready to network. Even if you're at an event or you are talking to someone, just make sure that you are promoting your skills, that you are promoting your business, and just kind of sell yourself in a way. But also, you are not just gonna sell yourself, you're gonna find things that you have in common with people. Talk about it. Just make sure that in the conversation, at some point, you also say what you do, how you do it, and why you do it so well. So how can you develop this skill in your daily life? How can you actually start doing this if you have never done it and you're not an event planner yet, or you're not even a professional yet? Well, it's basically the same as you do it in university, in school, at work with your friends. So whenever you're making new friends that you know that might be really useful for you to reach your goals, not being interested in people just because they can give you something. This is not what I mean, but just like, oh, I'm liking this person. I am liking what we are talking about because we have things in common. And also, I think I can help them and they can help me with this project that I have coming up. Or you're just making friends, right? And at some point you remember that this person had a skill or had a business or knew someone that can help you with this new project. So it's always useful to network, which is basically making new friends and making sure that you stay in touch and you know more people that can be helping you just reach your goals. So the next tip is also related to networking. It's basically building relationships. It might sound like I'm saying the same thing again, but actually what I mean with building relationships is that you have to also stay in touch, right? And just making sure that you are networking, meeting the people, but also maintaining and building a better relationship. So when you have someone that's there for you, someone that is taking care of you and that has shown that you have a relationship, like a long-lasting relationship, they're probably not gonna fail you. They're probably gonna do their best to do their best job and to stay in touch with you and to keep doing business with you. So when you are building a relationship with a supplier, your base should be trust and being there for each other, because you know that you are going to be using them in the next projects, but they also know that you're going to be calling them for the next projects as well. And how do you do this? How do you develop this skill in your personal life? Well, I think it's not that difficult, right? We all have friends, we all have family that we care about and that we want to just nurture and build those relationships and make them last long. So definitely just make sure that you are staying in touch, celebrating their success, making sure that you're there for them, and that's for sure a long-lasting relationship. And the last tip of today's video is to be ready to start from the bottom. You cannot expect to start leading or to start preparing, planning and executing an event for 3,000 people in your first 3 months, right? I mean, this is going to take some experience, some time, getting to know everyone and just having a team and building it. So be ready to just start by learning every single aspect of an event. You have to learn the catering, the lighting, the sound, the venue, everyone that is working with this, how they do it, and the best way of doing those. And if something goes wrong in an event that you're leading, definitely you know how to come up with a plan B, because you know what's going wrong and maybe what are the details that these people are not delivering. So be patient and consistent to just get more experience in every single aspect of an event. So how can you develop this skill? Because you might be thinking, okay, so if I want to start in the business, then I just be ready to start from the bottom. I will be ready then to do that. Well, you can actually start doing that right now. You should start being patient. Just being ready to do anything in every situation that you're in. Maybe you're just working in another job, or you're studying, or you're doing a different thing in your daily life, and you should be able to want to learn from everyone in that job. And also stay curious, ask questions, and having a respect for people that have been working in that industry for long. Because sometimes in an event, it can happen that the bartender didn't show up or had an emergency in the middle of the event, and you could even step up for a few minutes or find someone real quick that you know that does things in the same way that the people that were there does it. Just first, if you haven't watched my video about event planning, you should go watch it. I think it's up here or up here in the cards, but I'm gonna link it in the description box as well. And I think you have way more information there. So if you are thinking about studying, about becoming an event planner, I have done a lot of research there, and you can just find a few things that I think might be helpful to help you decide if you really want to pursue that career. And of course, again, if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. So the bell is really important because you can be notified whenever I upload a new video and I have a new career idea that might interest you. But also share this video if you know someone that is interested in studying or in becoming an event planner. Definitely share this one and comment. Let me know whatever you liked about the video and if there's anything else that you might be interested in. And thank you so much for staying until the end. I'll see you the next time, and yeah, have a great day. Bye.